I thought it'd be fun to actually show you guys the kind of the first exercise I did. I think many of you know me, heard me speak in the past. I've been kind of a curious about AI, but an enthusiast, but also a skeptic because I've seen how this stuff actually functions inside of dealerships as it's presented today. And so when Barry presented me with this idea, I ran it through an exercise, and I thought it'd be fun to share that with you guys. So if you don't mind, I'm going to share my screen. When Barry presented this to me, I thought, "Hey, I'm going to break this system." That was my first thought is like, I want to prove this thing to not be working right or not work properly. And so what I did is I actually took Raw ADF from a lead, and I actually pasted it in there to see what the response would be. And so one of the things I love most about this system is that I can actually use very, very brief prompts. And I think if you've used certain tools or you've used Chat GPT or tools like that in the past, you realize that there's a whole like language and vernacular you have to learn. And with Auto Agentic, it's actually really simple in terms of what we're able to use, to whereas we can actually just write a brief sentence or two sometimes, and that's enough to get things going. What we can do is that we can actually just write a couple sentences that I just have on the screen. I'm just going to actually take just the raw email code and copy that and paste that in there. When I say things like use plain text, I wouldn't even normally do that, but just for demonstration purposes, I'm doing that just so it renders a little better for our presentation. So if you guys are able to see my screen, it's actually going through the process right now. So that just took me a couple seconds to queue that up, and here we go. So it generates our subject for us. It actually, looks at the customer's name. I didn't put that in there, read it from the code. Dear Jim, thank you for interested in the 2024 Nissan Altima SV Intelligent All-Wheel Drive at our dealership. I'm excited to help you explore this great vehicle. I see you're located in the 48105 area code, which is Ann Arbor, Michigan. While our dealership isn't local to you, we can still provide you with detailed information and potentially assist with any questions you might have about this Altima. So I'm going to pause right here because I can say that I've worked with, 1,000 dealerships. I've worked with pretty close to 10,000 BD agents over that same time period. Most would miss this already. They would not include that in the first response. And so it copied over the details from the vehicle that it saw from the lead. And then it asks the customer questions. Would you like to discuss this vehicle further? I'd be happy to provide you more information or answer any questions you might have about its features, availability, or dealership services. Please feel free to reach out via email. Now, with any of these things, you can always tweak it. You can always personalize it. And this is one of those things that when we onboard customers, we'd be happy to sit through and kind of run through those with you. However, we're running a little bit short on time. I want to be mindful of the clock.